Almost 2 years ago, former Bruin Andrew Albert's life was rocked by a collision.
The doctors do their tests and whatnot, and it was deemed that, at this point, I'm not going to go back in the game and just to sit out for the rest of this game, and will be reevaluated the next day.
There would never be a next game. The concussion was a career ender and the beginning of a stretch the 34-year-old couldn't have imagined.
Still having issues, some vision problems, but mostly dealing with the headaches and that pressure in my head that feels like your brain is just throbbing and it just wants to expand.
The nature of concussions has long been subjective and unpredictable, until now. Technology being pioneered in Massachusetts brings new clarity to concussion evaluation. It's called Simoa.
The brain is the only organ in the body that really doesn't have a blood test. So we're really pioneering blood tests to show the brain health.
This is kind of the heart and soul of the technology, this microfluidic disc.
But one of the most exciting areas that have just come to fruition in the last, I'd say, year is the ability to see biomarkers in the blood to tell you whether or not you've had a concussion. And that could be game-changing because today there's really nothing that can tell you, I'll say objectively, that you've had a concussion.
Simoa could be a game changer on the sidelines of contact sports, definitively informing us about brain injuries moments after players come off the field. The machine analyzes blood proteins previously impossible to identify.
If you have a single grain of sand, our technology has the ability to see that concentration of sand in 2,000 Olympic swimming pools.
Not only will the technology diagnose a concussion, but it will be able to determine how concussed a player is.
We know now that this person's had a concussion, but how severe is the concussion? Well, the more the marker is elevated in the blood, and the longer it's there, the worse the concussion and the longer it's going to take to get back to health.
The data could help change a culture. Athletes have long been faced with pressure to return after head injury.
They're paying you a lot of money to do a job on the ice, and you want to fulfill that goal, obviously. But when your symptoms are, strictly headaches and you don't feel right, so you do feel some pressure, and it's a lot of times it's hard to say no sometimes.
His career ended by concussions. Andrew Alberts won't benefit from the Simoa technology. The goal is that this new tool will help safeguard future athletes at risk.